Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamachit, and thank you so much for joining me for our Tuesday Puja and Satsang. This is part 34 of our series Kali for Everyone, where we are honoring every form of Ma Kali that I can find. And tonight we're going to be honoring another Tibetan form, the goddess Drashi Lhamo. Before we begin, I'd like to start out with a couple of announcements. So this coming Friday at 7 p.m. will be our monthly Yoga Nidra practice, and this will be a special Yoga Nidra guided meditation for the upcoming winter solstice. And then next Tuesday at 7 p.m., part 35 of our Kali for Everyone series, and we'll be honoring Kali Mahamaya. Both of those, 7 p.m. You can join live on YouTube, and you're always welcome to come to our temple in person, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. And again, welcome and namaste. Those of you who may be tuning in, please feel free to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. So Drashi Lhamo, who we see pictured here, is a Tibetan name with a very positive and auspicious meaning. Drashi means auspicious, good fortune, good luck, or blessings. And then the second part of her name, Lhamo, means either goddess or divine woman. So the combined meaning would be auspicious goddess, goddess of good fortune, or divine woman of blessings. The name itself symbolizes luck, protection, positivity, and divine grace. Drashi Lhamo is also known as Zakiram or Zaji Lhamo, and she's a prominent female deity in Tibetan Buddhism, particularly revered in the Gelugpa tradition, the Gelugpa lineage. She is classified as a worldly protector, a guardian spirit who operates within the cycle of samsara, the cycle of suffering, to shield practitioners from obstacles while bestowing blessings of prosperity and abundance. As an emanation of the enlightened goddess of wealth, Vasudhara, and sometimes linked to Palden Lhamo, who we honored a couple of weeks ago, or Sri Devi, Drashi Lhamo embodies the transformative powers of turning adversity into spiritual and material fortune. Her worship emphasizes karmic accountability, and true wealth in her tradition arises from ethical actions aligned with the Dharma. Drashi Lhamo is depicted in a strikingly fierce form to symbolize her role in subduing negative forces. And this is one Tanka image of Drashi Lhamo that you see on the center of your screen. Her iconography is striking. She is dark blue or jet black in color. She has three bulging bloodshot eyes, a crown of skulls, and jewels and claw-like hands holding ritual items. She may be holding a mirror marked with the Tibetan syllable Byo, associating her with Sri Devi. She has a protruding, rolled out crimson tongue symbolizing the devouring of defilements, fangs bared in a roar, and disheveled hair crowned with an oracle crown of skull ornaments. She's also pictured holding a pala or heart dagger. This can be a curved blade, rather similar to this one that I'm holding, or a Tibetan purba like this. Her dagger is used to pierce ignorance. And the other instrument that she frequently holds is a kapala or skull cup. of blood or nectar, and she typically holds this in her left hand. Her feet are chicken claws, a a unique symbol tied to her legend, and she often rides a snow lion or stands amid flames. She's typically standing or seated in a dynamic protective stance, and she's adorned with bone jewelry and sometimes a tiger skin. Her terrifying yet compassionate form reminds her devotees that prosperity requires confronting inner demons head on. Drashi Lhamo's story blends Tibetan folklore, Chinese imperial history, and Buddhism, highlighting themes of injustice, redemption, and enlightenment. If we look at her Chinese roots, according to popular legend, she was a beautiful consort or princess to the Qing Emperor Qianlong, who reigned from 1735 to 1796. She was betrayed by palace intrigue and was poisoned, causing her skin to blacken and her tongue to protrude, and her face to distort. Her legs were severed as punishment, but they miraculously regrew as chicken claws. After her death, her vengeful spirit haunted the Forbidden City. Moving over to Tibet, a Tibetan monk from the Sera Monastery near Lhasa subdued her restless spirit through tantric rites and escorted her to Tibet. There she was enshrined as a protector, and she is bound by oath to safeguard the Dharma. Another variant of this story describes four monks at the Drashi Lhamo temple, spotting her spirit flying from India toward China and inviting her to stay via their prayers. This story underscores her transition from a tormented worldly being to an enlightened guardian, making her relatable to everyone, and especially everyone who may be facing hardships. So she may be an example of somebody who is an actual living person who was later deified, rather like Machig Lobdran, the founder of Cho practice. And Machig is now regarded as a white dakini. Those of you who have listened to my Cho practice to the three dakinis, she's the first of the three dakinis invoked, the white goddess. Drashi Lhamo resides at the Drashi Lhamo temple in Tibet. It was built in the mid-18th century and was initially for local community services and the safety of outsiders, especially Han Chinese merchants. Over time, it grew to being used for granting business success and transformed into Tibet's only dedicated wealth god temple. In her daily practices, four monks maintain a continuous vigilance and giving offerings, earning her the epithet, the goddess of the 4 months. Wednesday is her auspicious day for worship. That would be the day associated with the planet Mercury. Offerings include white alcohol, white liqueurs, and if you don't have that, pure water can be offered. And either way, this symbolizes the purification of desires. Other gifts to this divine mother may include katas, that is silk scarves, butter lamps, incense, and also small pocket change that may be given as offerings during her rituals. Devotees include truck drivers, traders, travelers, and modern business people. They pray for safe journeys, financial windfalls, health, and the removal of obstacles. There are numerous stories about her interventions, from averting accidents to multiplying wealth. Chinese pilgrims during the Han Dynasty would flock to her temple due to her Chinese origins, and it's also a key stop for those who are traveling to mainland China. In Tibetan Buddhism, her role as a Dharma protector. Drashi Lhamo enforces oaths, repels malevolent forces, and fulfills vows made to higher deities like the Dalai Lamas. She's especially invoked in wealth rituals for abundance without attachment, often alongside Vushadhara homas. These would be fire offerings. Travelers and merchants again seek her for a safe passage, echoing her migratory legend. And in the Gelugpa tantric lineage, she's honored to clear karmic blocks with her wrath, channeling compassion to devour ego and misfortune. Her story teaches us resilience, from severed limbs to empowered claws, suffering bringing about unbreakable strength. In today's practice, she appeals to global seekers, blending spirituality with success. Drashi Lhamo is one of several forms of the broader protectress Palden Lhamo, who again we honored a couple of weeks ago. And Palden Lhamo, Drashi Lhamo, they are aspects of Sri Devi, the great universal divine feminine force. And Palden Lhamo is also the principal female guardian of the city of Lhasa and a key figure in Tibetan Buddhism. As we can see from her image here, there's a very strong connection to Ma Kali, and she really is a form of Kali. So, like Kali, she has dark skin, symbolizing the infinite void and the absorption of negativity. Her extended tongue for the devouring of demons and misfortune. Drashi Lhamo's mirrors this as a sign of consuming poisons and speaking truth without deception. Her bulging eyes, her fanged mouth, and garlands of skulls evoke terror and enemies to the enemies of Dharma, and yet they also embody compassionate ferocity. And I'm going to show you a picture, more of a close-up of her face, and we can see how Kali-like she truly is. Kali slays demons like Raktabija, the seeds of desire. Drashi Lhamo guards against obstacles to enlightenment and in order to bring about enlightenment. So scholars and practitioners both note these similarities as evidence of cultural syncretism between Hindu Tantra and Tibetan Vajrayana Buddhism, where deities like Palden Lhamo, which is Drashi Lhamo's parent form, are equated with Kali or Tara. In Vajrayana Buddhism, Kali manifests through figures like Drashi Lhamo, blending Shaivite and Buddhist esotericism. Both her popularity surged again in the 1990s amid shifts in Tibetan protector practices. The mantra we'll be using tonight is Drashi Lhamo Jeje Swaha, Drashi Lhamo Jeje Swaha, Drashi Lhamo JJ Swaha. So her name, Drashi Lhamo, JJ. In traditional Sanskrit, this would be victory, victory. JJ is also an honorific exclamation like, oh, great one. So traditionally, while reciting this mantra, one can visualize her dark blue, wrathful form riding on a snow lion, holding her dagger, her curved dagger or purba, and skull cup being surrounded by flames. And we will be doing a guided meditation to Drashi Lhamo, where we'll be using this mantra both before and during the meditation. Jai Ma Drashi Lhamo. Jai Ma Drashi Lhamo. Jai Ma Drashi Lhamo. So I invite you to find a comfortable seated position where you can look upon your screen with a relaxed gaze. Be seated on a mat with a cushion under your hips, or even seated in a straight back chair. Maybe roll your shoulders back to open your breath. And as we typically do, let's begin with some deep meditative breathing. Focusing on the image of Ma Drashi Lhamo. Breathing out the cares and the concerns of the day and those thoughts of things that have happened or things that need to happen. Just let those go so we can focus upon the present moment. And let your feelings of relaxation and security increase with each inhalation. And focusing on your heart center and taking some time to connect with that divine presence within yourself. And know that that awareness is part of that spiritual wealth that goddesses like Drashi Lhamo help us to realize. And if you would like, I invite you to think about some aspect of your life that is ready for healing or transformation or resolution, especially something to do with the material realm, your career, your finances, but also your sense of spiritual wealth. And that would include your sense of self-worth. And I invite you to formulate a short statement, an expression of your intention for tonight's work, a personal sankalpa. And as you breathe and as you think about this life issue that is ready for change, I invite you to repeat that intention to yourself silently 3 times. And then slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Let's open our practice tonight by chanting the syllable Om 3 times. So deep inhale for Om. Om. Second inhale, Om. Third inhale, Om. And I invite you to join me in chanting our mantra, Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. So taking a spoonful of water, cleansing your hands. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. With your right hand, anointing your third eye and your heart center. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Then with some more water, cleansing your altar. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Place some perfume oil on your middle or ring finger, anointing your devotional objects on your altar. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Also anointing your third eye. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. With your right hand, offering whatever food items you have on your altar. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. And tonight I'm including an offering of pure water. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Lighting your candle or oil lamp. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Offering the lights. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Lighting incense and offering the incense with your right hand. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Offering a little water to cool the atmosphere. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. And finally offering flowers. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. And then let's continue some repetitions of the mantra. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. 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 Drashi Lhamo 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 JJ Swaha. Jema. 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 Feeling the power of the mantra. I invite you now to close your eyes and breathe naturally. And in the space in front of you, at the height of your forehead, in your mind's eye, I invite you to visualize a vast ocean of blood appearing before you. It is blazing with wisdom fire. And from its center rises a snow lion, brilliant white with a turquoise mane. And seated upon the lion is the Divine Mother, Drashi Lhamo herself. Her body is dark blue, like the midnight sky. She has one fierce face and 3 round golden eyes, and her red tongue is protruding. Her fangs are bared, her hair flowing upwards, and she is adorned with a crown of 5 skulls. Her right hand brandishes a curved dagger that cuts ignorance. Her left hand holds a skull cup filled with swirling red nectar. Her feet are sharp chicken claws, and she is surrounded by a blazing mass of awareness fire. Light rays, red, white, and blue, shoot out of her heart in all directions, purifying the world, removing all harm, and inviting infinite blessings of wealth, health, and protection. And I invite you to feel her powerful, loving gaze resting upon you. She smiles slightly, the smile of a mother who will do anything to protect her children. And I invite you to hold that visualization steady as we continue to recite her mantra. Drashi Lhamo JJ Swaha. 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 With that mantra, imagine dark blue light radiating from her heart, and feel and visualize that light entering the crown of your head and filling your entire body, purifying all negative karmas, sicknesses, and poverty, and plants the seed of boundless spiritual and material wealth. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Feel her blue light filling you. Great protector Drashi Lhamo, born from the tears of injustice and transformed by Dharma, you who traveled from the east to guard the land of snows, please look upon us with compassion. Pacify all outer, inner, and secret obstacles. Grant safe travel, success in virtuous endeavors, increases of resources for the benefit of all beings, and the supreme wealth of perfect enlightenment. May all beings enjoy happiness and prosperity. May the teachings of the Dharma flourish forever. And see before you Drashi Lhamo smiling, delighted with our practice, and her form melts into dark blue light, flowing from her heart through your crown and dissolving inseparably into your own heart. And rest for a moment in the feeling that you and the Divine Mother Drashi Lhamo are now inseparable. Your mind is fearless. Your body is healthy. And your resources abundant. And all your actions are protected. By this virtue, may all beings quickly achieve the state of Drashi Lhamo herself. Fierce compassion, boundless wealth, and complete awakening. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. Drashi Lhamo, JJ Swaha. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath letting go of the meditation and bringing your awareness back to your body and the personal space in which you are. Hear the sound of my voice and any other sounds within your room. Become aware of your body and the floor supporting you underneath. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin and the clothes that cover you. And slowly move your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your arms and your legs. And slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And as you focus on your heart center, again, become aware of that divine presence within yourself. And knowing that the Divine Mother is there always to protect you, to guide you, to teach you, to heal you. And find spiritual wealth within that knowledge. And also take a moment to give gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice tonight, knowing you can replay the recording anytime if you want to do this meditation again. And you can always repeat that mantra whenever you have need. Drashi Lhamo, JJ, Swaha. Swaha, meaning I am one with the divine. And it's in that knowledge that there is true spiritual wealth. And then slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. And Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Namaste. So I thank you again for joining me, including hello, namaste to Zigzag Zebra and everyone else who is watching live this evening. And I also want to give my heartfelt thanks to anyone who'll be watching the recording in the future. As always, please take some time for some quiet contemplation before resuming the day or the evening's activities. And I look forward to you joining me on Friday for our winter solstice Yoga Nidra guided meditation. Until then, have a wonderful night, wonderful day, a couple of days ahead. Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Thank you again and good night.